This is WMBD News on the Record.
Good evening and welcome to WMBD News on the Record. I'm Shabnam Dinesh. It's where local leaders get candid and big issues get broken down on the record. Two central Illinois cities are making big decisions about land, housing, and how to help their most vulnerable. We'll begin in Peoria, where the city council just voted to buy the Expo Gardens property and extend the motel project for the homeless through July. Here to break down what this means for you is 4th District City Councilman Andre Allen. Thank you so much for being here.
Hey, thank you for having me, Shaw. I appreciate it.
So you voted to approve the $1.25 million purchase of the Expo Gardens, 70 acres. That's a lot of land.
It is.
What do you envision happening once the city takes control, and I believe in about 2 weeks?
Yeah, absolutely. It was an amazing opportunity. You know, one of the old adages you hear is God's not making any more land. And so when you get an opportunity to acquire 70 acres of land right in the middle or center of Peoria, it just created a great opportunity. So we're very excited. Our vision for it is single family housing, adding to the housing shortage that we have right now here in the city of Peoria. And it's a great opportunity and it's a great geographic location.
Hey, you touched on the single family homes. You mentioned what the city wants to be in what you call the driver's seat.
Yes.
Will it be strictly residential, or do you foresee any opportunities for any commercial shops or businesses?
I think there's some opportunities there. Right now it's zoned residential and neighborhood commercial. So the two lots facing Northmore are neighborhood commercial, where you could put an ice cream parlor. That's something I mentioned at the city council meeting, or a coffee shop. When I think of the optics of the neighborhoods that surround it, and the way the Northmore Road has developed over the last several years, it's very walkable. And so if you had an ice cream parlor, or if you had a coffee shop where neighbors could go patronize, or after kids got out of school at Richwoods, they've got an after school spot to hang out to. So I think the opportunities are open, and we're open to whatever developments that make sense, that match the character of the neighborhoods.
Absolutely, and having things be more walkable definitely enhances that sense of community.
Absolutely,
right?
Absolutely.
So the Expo Gardens, of course, was home to the heart of Illinois Fair.
Yes,
for a long time. It definitely feels like the end of an era. I got a chance to participate a couple years ago, walking a pig, which was kind of fun.
Yeah, they got me too.
So you grew up in Peoria.
Yes,
I mean, what does this closure mean for you personally?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first off, I just want to say thank you to Expo Gardens, to their leadership, to the countless volunteers that have created so many memories for the city of Peoria and beyond over the years, not only with the fair, but all of the other activities. I mean, I've taken my family as recent to a circus this past year at Expo Gardens, and it is bittersweet. It is an end of an era, you know, having those memories at Expo Gardens, and unfortunately this is coming to the end of that era. We did offer the option back to Expo Gardens to lease the space to them for the next year, so that way they can execute some activities that they have under contract, and they can have the graceful transition that they deserve.
Sure, it's good that you're giving them, you know, just kind of a landing, an off-ramp, if you will.
Yes.
So I also want to touch on the extension to the motel project that was discussed at the city council meeting also this week. Now the program was extended to the end of July, but what will happen to, I think Director Doolin said there's like 19 people or so that he doesn't foresee finding housing. What do you foresee happening to them? Yeah,
absolutely. Well, I'll first go off to the rationale of why we extended the program, and it's because the program is working. We have transitioned 55 people into housing since the inception of the project. Right now, there are 46 currently in the motel. We have line of sight for 29 of them to go into housing over the next several weeks, and that's why the proposal came forth for us to extend it. Because what we didn't want to have happen is, let's say, for example, we have a line of sight for John Smith to go into a home in July 10th. If John Smith goes to the streets June 30th and we can't track him down when his bag becomes available, then we have missed the mark there. So that's why the extension was recommended by the various service providers. As far as what's going to happen with those individuals at the end of the month, hopefully we're able to dwindle it down so we're not at that 17 or 19 that's been said, but it is a possibility that they may end up back on the streets, or we're going to do our best to try to work with other service providers and find other shelter options for them. And so it's a very unfortunate situation that we find ourselves in. We knew we weren't going to bat 1,000 with this project, but we've made some great strides, and we've got so many individuals who were in encampments just a year ago that are now in stable housing. So we're going to stay positive, and hopefully we can get that number down.
Yeah, I mean, that's incredibly rewarding to just, I mean, even to get one person
Absolutely.
off the streets is a win-win.
And I have to publicly acknowledge Lula. Their staff is all volunteers. They're doing amazing things, as well as the Continuum of Care and Director Joe Doolin and the Community Development staff.
All right. Well, Councilman Allen, thank you so much for being here. And don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.